Today is our fourth lesson and we're going to look at lowest common multiples. So I thought we should start off maybe with reminding ourselves what the definition of multiples is. So the definition of a multiple is the result of multiplying a number by an integer. So consider the following multiples of 12 and 18. So 12 times 1 is 12, 12 times 2 is 24, 12 times 3 is 36, 12 times 4 is 48, 12 times 5 is 60, and 12 times 6 is 72. And the same thing as we go through 18. 18 multiplied by 1 is 18, 18 multiplied by 2 is 36, 18 multiplied by 3 is 72, 18 multiplied by 4 is 90, and 18 multiplied by 5 is 108. So multiples continue on forever. You can continue to multiply a number by a higher or greater number. So this is just a list of a few. Now if I want to find a few common ones, notice that the common multiples that I've listed here are 36 and 72. So common multiples of 12 and 18 are 36, 72, and there's lots of more. In fact, there's an infinite number. If I want to ask what the lowest common multiple of 12 and 18 is, then I would write LCM of 18 and 12, and we can see that the smallest one is 36. Now, obviously, if we're trying to find the lowest common multiple of big numbers, then it can become very complicated. So I'm going to show you a new method, and it's very similar to the method yesterday. I'm going to start off by creating a tree. So I have 12 and 18, and 12 can break down to 2 and 6, 2 and 3, and 18 breaks down to 2 and 9, and 3 and 3. My second step is going to be very similar. I'm going to set them up in lists, and I want to try and line their numbers up. So if I start with 12 first, then 12 is equal to 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3. 18 is equal to 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. Now, keep in mind that we're looking for common multiples. In fact, we're looking for the lowest common multiple. So whatever our number is, it must be divisible by 12 and 18. So to get the lowest common one, what we look for here is the pairs I'm going to write down once. Now, because my number has to include 12, I'm going to multiply by this 12 here, and I'm going to multiply by the 3. And I can conclude that my lowest common multiple of 12 and 18, if it's expanded form, it's 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. If I was writing it in index notation, it would be 2 squared multiplied by 3 squared. And if I just asked you to find the lowest common multiple, then this would be 36, 4 times 9. And this is what we predicted earlier. We said the lowest common multiple of 12 and 18 is 36. And we did the same here, but we had to write out the lists. Now for 12 and 18, the lists are not so bad. But again, if they're big numbers, it gets a little bit more complicated. All right, now for time's sake, I chose to do example 2, determine the lowest common multiple for 12, 18, and 24. Now I've already got trees for these guys, or at least 2 of the 3 of them. So same thing, for my first step of finding the lowest common factor for 12, 18, and 24, I'm listing my trees, and I already have 2 of them, so I need my tree for 24. So I get 2 and 12, 2 and 6, 2 and 3, and my second step is to list them, and I'm going to try and put them in a nice little order. Now I noticed that 24 has 3 2s, so I'm going to put him as my first one as I start to line them up. So I'm doing a little bit of forward thinking here as I line them up. Now 18 and 12. 12 has 2 3s, so 2 multiplied by 2 and then multiplied by a 3. And 18 is 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. Now, I'm lining them up so that I'm not over counting these two. So I'm just writing that one down once. I'm multiplying by that one once. So I'm not over counting. I'm going to bring that down once. Again, I'm not overcounting those ones. And then I've got to take my leftovers and they come down as well. So I've got this 2 here and the 3 here. And my lowest common multiple of 12, 18, and 24. In expanded, I would write it as 2 multiplied by 2, multiplied by 2, multiplied by 3, multiplied by 3. In index or exponential, I would write this as 2 cubed, multiplied by 3 squared. And if I just wanted the answer, then I would say that this is 8 and this is 9, so it's 72. All right, I'll see you guys in class.